The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And that gets things running. So Javier Zanetti, Jim, very little doubt, I suppose, that he will have a huge influence on the outcome today.
Absolutely.
He's had a shot! Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
Yeah, typically for him, that was the furthest thing from easy, but it still didn't stop him having a go.
It's an inviting looking ball, that. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Nedved. And here's Hullet. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Zanetti. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Tries to dink it. Foolish header! Vieira. Zanetti. Well, it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
Yeah, they've been livelier and hungrier and looked the more like...
Tries a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Terrific header! Hamburg have the chance to go the other way. Keeper's got good distance on that. Neymar does really well to win the ball there. Good ball, good take.
That's good defensive concentration.
Now this could be a chance. Good read, needed to be. Pelé, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, shooting chance! That's a sharp pass. Neither side yet able to find the net. And it's Nedved. Zanetti. There's the shot! It's off target and by quite a way.
That's a shame, Peter. Such a great run, but he didn't have that clinical edge.
Nedved wins the duel this time. Zanetti. Zanetti. That's beautifully weighted. That was not gone well. Played out to the right. Zanetti proves just a little bit too strong. Zanetti crosses.
Milan really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
Nedved did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Zanetti. Oh, good-looking ball. Well read, nice interception. Can he get it through? That's been slipped through. Up he goes! Oh, that's an push. Goal!
No, I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
Oh, that's fabulous. Delivered across. Referee's given a throw. Zanetti has it out wide and in space. Pinches it off him.
Milan really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
And he's found a way past. Hoisted in.
I'm falling.
And it's been taken short. Milan are looking to go forward now. That's good vision. Rummenigge unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Lahm is looking to influence the game from out wide. The sides separated then just by that one unfortunate moment. And the score is 1-0. Played in. Goes for a shot! It's in! They have come roaring back!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week.
And there's the end of the first half. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time.
Cambio di giocatori.
Hamburg get the ball rolling in the second half. And here's Ibrahimovic. Hullet. Crosses it in. And he's there to clear it.
There they go, hunting again.
Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it. Milan clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
It's Ibrahimovic! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
You can never be too safe with someone like him around. They got away with that.
Can he get on the end of this? Zanetti. It's a goal kick. Now it's Drogba. Lahm. Nice looking ball. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Rummenigge. Neymar. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Chance here to counter. Now it's Drogba. Vieira can see things others simply cannot. Lofted it. Big header!
Ama
Goal!
normal.
Hamburg!
Bilmiyorum.
And the comeback is complete. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
And yes, it's him again. Hamburg go into the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Oh, nicely intercepted.
Right here, right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game.
Vieira. And here's the chance to counter. Vieira. Rummenigge, who needs just a moment to score a goal. Chiellini. Zanetti, who's set up one goal so far. Talam. Zola. And it's Vieira. That has ended up in no man's land. Whistle's gone, that's a foul.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 8.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Neymar. Numero 14. Vieira. Numero 5. Numero 10. Ibrahimovic.
Threads one in. Cruyff is in a really good position out wide.
Il numero 6.
Hamburg surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive.
And the shots!
So
Close to drawing level.
Oh, I think you could really feel his pain there. He was convinced he'd put his side level.
That's the throw. Nice physical challenge. Rummenigge has been caught there. It's a foul. Roberto Carlos having a look.
Well, I think they could do with making this count, especially from here.
Oh, smart save. He had plenty to do.
Absolutely terrific, terrific reflexes. Goalkeeping at its very best.
Milan must do something here, and very quickly.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
Zanetti. That's a cute ball. Now he's got space here. That's been cut out, well played. Gattuso. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Lam. Gattuso promptly onto that, and that is that. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. And time is up. Milan did lead, indeed they controlled, but they managed to throw it all away. A defeat made even more painful by the way it came to pass.
Signore e signori, vi invitiamo.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Well, 5 at the back, Jim. It does feel fairly defensively oriented, this formation.
Well, you could say it's a lineup that's all about creating positive transitions. The lack of width in midfield with just 3 in there makes the role of the fullbacks more crucial, or wing-backs. You have to have them constantly push up, forcing opposition players back and giving your team a little more freedom.
Easier said than done.
That's right, but it does work very well, provided you have the right players to pull it off.
Vieira, looking to go deep. Defending of the desperate variety. Now it's Romario. And it's made its way to him. Oh, a delicate chip through. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Well, Jim, the name Albert Ferrer is certainly familiar to English football fans of a certain vintage.
Yeah, and he's remembered with a great deal of affection as a pacey and tough tackling defender who always gave his all.
And was a bit of a character.
He was.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Milan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Shapes to shoot! Spain! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
No, he didn't quite meet it right. Looking for the run. Maldini kept his eye on it, and he's there. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Passes short and sharp. Yamal. He's got full. Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Pelé. Vieira. And the pass is intercepted.
Milan are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Well timed, excellent interception. Vieira plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. And here's Romario. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Pull it. Davids. Now it's Pelé. That is good alertness. And a chance! It's a goal! They have come roaring back!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Well, my sympathies go to the keeper, who was left horribly exposed. You don't expect players to switch off in front of goal like that.
Milan grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Pull it. Davids. Nice looking ball. And he plays one through. Casillas gets good distance on it. Yamal. And here's Yamal. He's found a way through. That looks a good cross.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Looking for options for movement. And he's being shifted off it. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And here's Mbappe. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Tonali. Vieira. Pass is just off target. 5 minutes till the break. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Hullet. Davids. Bellingham. Oh, red, nice interception. Roberto Carlos. He's had it taken off him. Tonali. Ambitious ball here. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there.
Avrà un minuto di desconto.
Now it's Tonali. Yamal. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time.
And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Milan clearly have been the better side here, so if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Thuram kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Oh, it's a promising build-up this, plenty of really nice passing. That has not gone well. Cannavaro. Passing is crisp and sharp. Mbappe! Well read, and the danger is averted. Pele. Rummenigge. Now it's Yamal. And the through ball. Cannavaro gets across to intercept that. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Pass somewhat off target. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Vieira. Tonali. Van der Sar claims comfortably. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Albert Ferrer. And he's made sure that's not getting through. And that is a little undercooked. He's got away. Davids. Pele. Milan finding their passes. Thuram. Spain looking to pass their way through. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Spain clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Well, that's a... Rummenigge! Goal! Milan! And the game is well and truly turned on its head.
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
Cambio de jugadores en España. El dorsal 7.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
El dorsal 8.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Albert Ferrer. Mateus. Oh, it's Van Basten. Heading backwards.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Rummenigge. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Up he goes! And the lead stays intact, just.
Well, that's the response the crowd were looking for, Peter, and it's applause all round us here.
Será sustituido por el dorsal 15.
Hernes. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Now that's well seen too. Vieira. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Can he get on the end of this? That is a crunching tackle. Neymar. And it's in! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
Milan take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
Now it's Neymar. Cafu does well to get it back. Vieira. And he's there to make the challenge. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Milan have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it. Rummenigge taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so.
خب اگه اونجوری باشه یزی اوه فرهاد این سوخته اومد.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. If you're just joining us, we are already on the way.
Patrick Vieira is a man of many qualities. The leadership has to be top of the pile.
He's not just a destroyer, is he? He is the enforcer.
True, there's so much more to his game. Quite comfortable in driving the team forward, and he can make those marauding runs from box to box.
Now, can they get him away? Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And this is Hullet. Hullet.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Bellingham. That's Nedved. Pirlo. Bellingham. He is starved of space and time.
This is the time you need that pace.
And he cuts out a supply. Germany are looking to break at pace. Fair to say, I think, a cautious start from both teams. Lovely ball and a real chance now. And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Defending of the desperate variety. Elects to cross. Germany have the chance to go the other way. Van Dijk is there, and he can pick it up. Quarter of an hour played. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Neymar is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. And he's lost his man here.
Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. That's really well cleared. Maldini gets over and intercepts. Romario always looking for that half a chance. Oh, that's fabulous. Tries to pass it through. And this is Nedved. And the shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. This looks promising. Pedri, well read, and the danger is averted.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Now he's got space here.
Oh, that's clever.
Baresi deals with that comfortably.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Pedri, that ball looks a good one. Maldini spots it and intercepts. No, it's come to nothing. Bellingham. Davids goes on a charge down the left. Thuram makes the interception. He's got away. Pedri. Oh no, that was never going to make it. And it's Neymar, looking here to chip it through. Baresi, tidy with his distribution. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Pullet. Vieira pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. And this is from Mario. Davids. And Jamal. Can he get it through? Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Bellingham. And it's Nedved. In with the challenge. Vieira. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And here's Pedri. Pullet. Pullet. He's a sharp little ball here. Great vision. Rummenigge. Cross from Rummenigge. Schmeichel claims it. And the half-time whistle goes. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Milan worked the aerial route pretty well, even if it is predictable and a bit one-dimensional, so I'd expect less of that and a bit more variation from here.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0.
Ricordiamo a tutti I tifosi che è possibile seguire l'esibizione del nostro ospite d'onore anche sul maxi schermo. Attenzione,
that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first. I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Good read, needed to be. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Quality ball. Now it's Pullet. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Cruyff. Bellingham. And this is Cruyff. Cruyff had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out.
Well, I appreciate the fact he's trying to make a difference, and if he carries on like that, he may well do.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Now that looks a decent ball. Well read, nice interception. Has a look and plays it forward. Looking to play him in. Pirlo cuts it out. Jamal being hounded, manhandled at times.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
Well, the counter-attack will come to nothing because that is an errant touch.
Yeah, very careless, and I leave it at that.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 9.
We have got changes here from both sides, in
Lasciano il
fact.
campo per il numero 10, Ibrahimovic. Il numero 13. Attenzione, un cambio.
Now it's Cruyff. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Ibrahimovic is herring after that one.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Cleared without complication. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Yes, 0-0 and little promise of a goal due to the shot-shy nature of this contest, but I'm not giving up on it. There's plenty energy on the pitch, not to give up hope just yet.
And he thumps it clear. Messi. Pedri can see things others simply cannot. Milan perhaps contemplating their next change here. Nedved going face-to-face with his great rival. Nedved looking for options for movement. Nicely shaped ball. Aimed beyond the defence. Not the most accurate pass. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Ambitious ball here. Davids cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes. Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 16.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Vieira. Numero 11. Neymar. Lasciano il campo per il numero 6. Il numero 5. Gerrard.
Now it's
Il
Hazard.
numero 15.
Cruyff.
Hazard.
Oh, robust
Cambio di
challenge.
giocatori.
Thuram gets it clear. That's really well manoeuvred.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And a chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Attenzione, un cambio.
Cruyff looks to get on the end of this. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Looking for a runner. No luck with that dink over the top.
Germany are stuck in central station, and they might find a fast track out wide if they'd care to look. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Thuram is there, and he can get that clear. And that is a little undercooked. Nicely spread. Now it's Messi. Threads one in. Messi in acres of space out wide. Solar. And he shoots! Oh, that's incredible! Save the best for last! That was a given. It always was.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. He put it on a plate for him.
Germany, that's the end. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
Well, Peter, there's goalkeepers, and they're great goalkeepers, and then there's Oliver Kahn. He's in a league.
And the shot!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Played back in.
Knocks it into space.
Neatly clipped into space.
Oh, that's fabulous. Has crossed into the middle.
Rashford
Is onto it in a flash. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Donatoni.
And here's Messi.
And he's made sure that's not getting through. Back towards the middle. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Vieira shows great strength. Oh, good spread.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Defending of the desperate variety. And he's forced to go back. Yamal. It's an early cross. Well, it's a look of bewilderment. His touch deserted him at the key moment.
Pity that, because it had a decent chance of progressing.
O'Shea did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Milan, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. This looks promising. Chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And that is expertly dealt with. Yamal. Rummenigge going about things with real menace. Oh, just skips past his man. Neymar! Oh, it's hit the post. Oh, and that is really good tenacity.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Firm header just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Corner number 2 then. He gets big. And now a sudden chance to counter. Messi picks it up out wide. Oh no, this does not look good. Now it's Cruyff. Davids proves too strong, too smart. Now it's Yamal. Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Nice sequence of passes this. And the pass is intercepted. And here's Messi. Pull it. Yamal, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
Oh, what has happened here? Rummenigge. Pull it. Well timed. Excellent interception. Vieira. Still waiting for the first breakthrough, but not for the want of trying. Passing is crisp and sharp. Great ball, and he's in here. Yamal. And the counter is on. Now it's Yamal. And he's away. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it. So, is it really plausible to have a hit from here? That is just a piece of art! A finish right from the top draw! Oh, that is a bit special.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Milan have fired themselves in front.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter.
Big chance! It's in! And the lead lost no time at all!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
And here's Rashford. He's chosen to go back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
That has been slung wide. And we've reached half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So there was the first half.
Well, for us neutrals, this is fantastic. If you're a fan from either side, it's unpleasant. And as for the managers, check your heart rate.
That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each. The second half then, just getting going. Out to the right. Boucher is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. And it's Messi. Roberto Carlos deals with that comfortably. Oh, that's well spotted. Shot could be on. Pull it. Neymar. Pull it. He steps in, and that's the end of that. He is through here. That's gone all the way through to the keeper.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. That's been cut out, well played. He could be in here. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. And he has shown him a yellow card. Well, the players are flocking round their fallen colleague and they look worried. Roberto Carlos is standing over this one. Well, the breakthrough came from a dead ball just like this one. They're looking for a repeat. Neymar! Oh, off the bar! Goes long and straight. And smartly reclaimed. And this is Messi, and that's gone loose. Pull it, given the lift of his goal. Rummenigge. Now it's Yamal. He is just caressing the ball. That is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Donatoni. And it's Messi. Messi. Rashford. They want to be quick to recover this. Thuram did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's managed to get free. He's one-on-one.
Oh, Irish.
Threatening run, but a measured piece of goalkeeping.
I just thought he showed a little too much of it to the keeper, but I think he read the situation very well.
Khan, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Now it's Hullet. Yamal. Now it's Hullet. Cafu. Donatoni. Cafu. Messi. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Milan needed that. They really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Cruyff. It's gone for a throw-in.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 11, Neymar. Numero 8, numero 16.
Sends it crossfield.
Numero 14, Vieira. Numero 9. Lasciano il campo per il numero 17.
Mbappé.
Il numero 13. Il numero 6. Il numero 5. Gerrard.
And it's Tonali.
Il numero 20.
And here's Cruyff.
Cambio di giocatore.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Cruyff. Now it's Del Piero. Serginho is one whose deliveries we all know about. Now he's off and running. And it's Cruyff. Great ball if he can get there. Cruyff. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Toma. Gerrard. Great vision.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And this is Gerrard, and it's played in here. Vieira can get it clear. And Cruyff! Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
1 minute to add, according to the board. And it's Tonali. Gattuso.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Not the most accurate pass. And that has been clubbed away. And the referee brings it to a close.